So we are 4 here today, and as I said, we'll request you to kindly raise any query if you have regarding this particular project or any other aspects of it, and we will be more than happy to clarify your queries. Thank you so much. With this, I will hand it over to Mr. Mukherjee and Mr. Anirwal to take you along with the presentation. Thank you.
Queries can be asked in between or
Sorry?
queries can be asked in between or
Yeah, naturally. Why not? Let's be very, very flexible. I mean, whenever you have any doubt, we can clarify it.
Good morning. Good morning to all, and thanks for your cooperation whatever we are getting. For this launching of our superstructure, we are using this launching girder that is overslung, and already we have started to erect it. Here we are going through two parts. One is substructure and the other is superstructure. The substructure, it is almost coming the pipe, then pipe gap, then pier and pier gap. Over that, all the superstructure segmental construction. It will be happen with the help of launching girder, and the segments already it is getting casted in our casting yard. Whichever we will fix in top of the substructure. You can see the process. Here for utility location we are digging.
Makes life more complicated because all the sides of the pathway will be excavated. The movement will be in between. So it is always better to start from the median of the road and then slowly spread out so that the maximum space is available to the motorists and the pedestrians for the maximum possible time. So from center we are going outwards. Once the central construction is over and the footings are done, the erection is done, the road will be reinstated, the carpeting will be done, and then the traffic will be put again to the central portion of the road, and then the sides will be taken up. This is how we have planned.
no, but it is better to put the PWD water line first because the water line
That is going hand in hand. That is also going parallel. See, because
it is now under the road. So when you dig the road, the pipe is obviously going to break down.
wherever we are encountering these pipes, we are immediately shifting it. You might have seen we have already done our shifting in front of
I'm sorry. You might have seen that we have already shifted the pipeline which was falling in front of the Majestic Hotel from Majestic to up to Maldi Goa. That pipeline is already shifted because it was falling in the center of the median. Now the same thing we have done in our the Sangolda area where the 500 dia pipeline is also now shifted. So wherever we are having local issues for the construction of the competitions, there we are shifting it. Once the complete stretch is done, then all the balance pipe will be taken aside. This is how we have planned. Because right now if I start digging everywhere, this will create a mess.
Shifting the pipe They shifted the pipe. At first I didn't have 15 days water. Nobody bothered how much I told them. I'm missing alone. I didn't have water at all. 15 days, no water, no water, no water. Putting tanker also no brought. The pipe was broke down. And then when the plumber came and fixed it for water part, and then they make it. And middle only they.
Right, ma'am. We'll continue this, then I'll come back to you.
Yesterday also they came and broke my pipe, no pipe.
I'll come back to you on this, please. We'll continue with this.
Then our piling work, it is going on with the help of rig. It is piling rig, hydraulic. Then we are putting it in concrete. After that, for getting the pile cap, we are estimating up to the level, and then we are filling it with concrete or pile cap. Then subsequently, the pier is also coming, and top part you can say that pier cap is also coming. Over that, our launching gutter will come. This is our alignment total. How it goes. This is the construction phases. We are doing in part, not in full. These are the objectives of the project.
Can you come back to the previous slide?
Sorry. This one?
Trench वर आणि आम्ही I asked him what permission पण तिथून चौकले हा सिगरेट आणि आला किती किती हा ते आमकाच कोण आणि ये आणि खूप हा आमच्या पीआय वसात
Yeah, greens are the diversions. Please come back again.
This is the cross section of our project. You can see how it comes. How the elevated part is coming and how the service road is coming.
Here is the main problem what I have seen.
Can I get a
Sure.
I was discussing about this drainage. You can see this is a utility chamber, this is the drainage, and this is the bridge. So important thing is drainage should be this side as per my calculation, because water from all villages coming from the all the drainages, village road drainages, they should join here. Am I right?
Yeah.
It will join here. If this is this side, then how the water will come here in this?
Sir, now this is a typical section which we are having with us as a proposal for the construction. Now your point is very valid. Now I understand what you are trying to say is that the properties on the other side, on either side of the roads, will definitely generate their, they will have their discharges, yes, and the catchment areas will have a lot of water during the rain, so they need to be dispersed. Now, this is something which we have already discussed with our PWD counterparts, and there were discussions like swapping these two with each other. Like, you know, the utility can be towards the highway, and drain can be away from the highway.
It should be there.
Yeah, the idea was to collect the highway water also first.
The highway water is legal. That can be
Yeah.
brought
So this is something which is a policy decision, and it has to come from the employer. So we are in touch with PWD with the same discussions. Technically it is possible. Only thing is that we have to see the viability of the employer. Yes, we can always swap it. So this is something that I need some time to come back to you.
So one more thing is that if now if you have to change it from here to this, then it should be done right now. Because now utility electrical main cable is coming from this now.
As I already clarified, right now we are not constructing these side drains and the utilities because
But the cable of the electrical cable.
yeah, cables now whatever cables we are putting, they are putting for the time being it's a temporary lane, because see what is happening is that if there is a cable in the foundation area, right now in order to take up the foundation we have to shift the cable. But the technical issue is that if I start excavating the side drains and the utility ducts, then the total carriageway will be closed. So what we have decided, we are diverting them temporarily. Once the main construction of the viaduct is done, those cables will be reshifted to the utility ducts only after the construction of the utility ducts.
So again,
Now, yes, so these utility ducts will have to be constructed only after the main viaduct is in place. So once
Without
these ducts are
Manjal
constructed, as you rightly said, there are always chances that we can swap them.
ग्रँड शिवार आमच्या वाघात और पेट्रोल पंपाच्या ऑपोजिट I was just passing this side. I saw this shop.
So those are all temporary arrangements that can always be
So
done.
they were telling that that will go from.
No, we can always make those provisions.
So one more.
Those provisions can always be made.
One more, just to inform you, there are panels which are erected
Hmm.
in front of my hospital also.
Right.
They are at the side of the road.
Right.
So there is a problem. So when the road, somebody coming from backside road,
Mm-hmm.
if you have to come, then the panel makes total, hides the full view, so the traffic coming inside. So there are chances of making my accident.
See how this kind of projects will happen. I tell you something, sir. Because now once the complete alignment is done and the bottom carriageway is done, there will be lot of fine tuning which has to be done. You know, there will be issues in front of the property. Somebody will have a turning radius issue. Somebody will have the discharge issue. Now, all these things will be there. So these are the points which needs to be corrected once the complete, you know, physically the viaduct is in place. There will be lot of teething issues which needs to be corrected, which is an inherent part of this kind of projects. So I would request you to, you know, just allow us some time to complete the main structure first. All these points, we have a special team with us who is keeping track of all these things. The points raised by the local residents, the points raised by the people who are owning the properties by the side of the highways. And once the things are done, we will have to address those issues. We cannot leave it like this. I agree with you.
Yeah, because this is the thing which we will realize later.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yesterday when I told them, they said we cannot shift it later
Yeah,
on also
yeah.
because the cable is already cut off.
True.
So if the cable is only till this area, we cannot shift it.
True.
This was what they told me.
Yes.
So if they want to put then again new cable has to be erected. It is highly impossible.
No. As I said, there is no need to erect a new cable. The existing cable has to be shifted here and there. That's what the local arrangements have to
The
be
length
done.
is not there. We tried yesterday.
Sir, we are keeping the loops with us. Everywhere we are keeping the loop provisions. Wherever the cable has to be extended, so there will be the loops. We are, doing it accordingly.
Yeah. So my just suggestion is there. There are like my property is there and side one property is there.
Right.
So in between there is nothing is there, road is there.
Okay.
So you must put this all the panels at this junction.
Fine. Understood.
Instead of road junction.
Understood. We'll note it down.
Yeah.
We'll note it down.
Because that I have written also lot
Right.
of points have
Right.
I will be giving copy
Right.
for you.
Fine.
And the important thing is when turning point is there, we had so many accidents here. If
Mm.
somebody parks car there and somebody is going there, they cannot see the vehicle coming in high speed. So when they just cross, there are accidents.
Understood.
So because that I just told yesterday that these panels will be changed to other shift where our property can be. Wherever the roads are there, you must remove that and you must shift it.
Appreciate your feedback, sir. We have taken a note of this, and the same will be also added in our points to be rectified. So we will take care of this, sir. Thank you for your feedback.
आणि हुक्काम घालता ते
Now it is the side setup, how the goes, what is going, like it will be shifting, this is our batching plant from where concrete is coming. Then this is our casting yard, where the topmost segment is getting casted. This is our launching gutter. So it is getting erected for erecting the segments, the span.
तुम्ही पळयतात GNH.
This is some sort of pile boring, cage rodding, part of the works. This is the pier and then pier cap. It is showing that how the progress of the site is going on. All those beams, it is showing the process of our work. This is the as on date progress chart. Out of 530, we have done 490 pile cap. Out of 80, we have done 36. Here 80, 25, pier cap 80, 16. And total segment casted 1431 out of 112 is already casted. Thank you.
Excuse me, can I ask one more question, please? The important one more thing is that now the height of the road is more than the property. So if your utility duct or drainage is not completing before next rain, then what will be the problem? The water from the road and everything will come in our properties, or it will go back, because all the water coming from there, it is passing through drainage which was there on the highway. Now that drainage is closed down and highway is higher than the property. So water will totally fill inside. Our sump are there. So water will enter in our sump, our drinking water. So how you will tackle that problem?
So this is something which is a reality which we are going to face, and I appreciate that you have brought this point in front of this forum. This is something which will be a part of the construction stage. During construction stage of any of the infrastructure facility, there will be minor inconvenience caused, and during the rain, yes, I agree that there will be the issues of water stagnation and other things. During this rain time also, if you remember that wherever there were water stagnated or there were issue of discharge and all, our team was very active in doing and attending those points. During the construction phase, because we will be definitely passing through the next monsoon also, the same approach will be there. Wherever there are issues, we have to take a we will take up the temporary arrangements for discharging of the same. We'll ensure that.
Yeah, because now rain will be just, what is the rain
Yes,
of
yes.
Goa?
Yes, yes.
The quantity of
We
water.
saw the rain this time.
Just simple, for example,
Yeah.
there was a big drainage.
Yes.
But if drainage slightly clogs also, it is getting clogged, then water was to fill everywhere.
Right.
So now there is no drainage at all.
Right.
Now you were putting that water in the drainage. Now drainage is filled with mud. So there is no point and no area to water to flow.
Right.
So
As I said.
yeah, that will be
Yes.
what how to do it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
As I said, little bit of issues will be there during the
But this is
construction.
not a little issue. It
No,
will
no,
be filling our
there will be issues. There will be issues during the construction stage, and as I said, like we have tackled this monsoon also, we will be definitely very actively tackling the next monsoon also. Our team will be there, sir. We have noted down this point as well. I am noting down all your points. Thank you so much. No, sir, we are done. It was a very small presentation. You can ask any of the clarifications.
PWD engineer of National Highway Goa was here. I don't know if he's here.
Mr. Nare is here.
Are you here? Then you should sit in front, sir, because some questions we have for you. Because this drainage problem down, I'm wondering whether our situation will be. I'm wondering whether our situation will be like what is happening near Sky Service and the assembly complex. All the water is flowing on the road during the monsoons. the drain built for the draining of the assembly complex, water is going on the side. It is higher than the road. And this water on the road is flowing down on side the High Court side and this side. It is flowing on the road. So all these assurances that after the flyover is ready, then we got teething problems. This have to be addressed now. Because after the flyover, I know, sorry to say that this flyover is not made in the interest of us citizens. It is made in the interest of the real estate and the logistic hub that is coming up at Verna and other places. So it is not made, it is a sort of a myth that this is made in our interest to shorten our travel time and all. That is humbug. The problem is, my concern is what happens to us residents who are below the flyover. We are all second-class citizens for this government, and that is our pathetic situation what we see near the side service and the assembly complex. Okay, I am only going to talk about your structure on top.
Yes, please.
Okay, where is the drainage water from this structure on top going to go? And where are the ducts? Can you show me?
The precast segments which we are manufacturing in our Sangolda facility, those segments are having the drainage spouts on every segment which is coming on the end of the span. So it will be like, I can show you the detailed drawings wherein the spouts are provided. Those sprouts will have downcomer pipes which will come below and get connected to the drain for the water discharge of the upper deck, main highway.
So it will not be a shower like you see
No.
in Nagpur. It happened as I surveyed. All those ducts were put later
Yes,
on.
yes.
Now those ducts, those PVC pipes or whatever you all use, after some time they just come off and the water is flowing on the people below. Okay. I hope that is not the case.
We have our maintenance period also, and during the maintenance period, these are the things which you have rightly pointed out. There are damages to these kind of ducts, and we have to keep on taking care of that initially, and then after the period before the monsoon, we have to be very careful about these things because regular maintenance is something which has to be there for any of the structure.
And where will the landings from the highway come? Now people have to get off, those who come down to Porvoria. Where will those landings come?
The ramp starts in front of the petrol pump at
Exits
Sagarda
and
Junction.
service roads.
No, there are no exits of this flyover. The flyover starts from Sagarda Junction, is all the way comes up to the Majestic, and there only it lands up. Then again you get on the Sagarda.
If I as a resident here, I have to go to Sagarda Junction and take the flyover from there. Otherwise I have to go to Majestic and take the flyover from there.
This is how the layout is planned.
Okay, and therefore all these the cargo vehicles or whatever sales vans and all that are coming, they'll have to alight only at Sagarda Junction.
All the heavy vehicles will take up the Sagarda Junction, and from there they will elevate on the corridor.
No, heavy vehicles to Sai service and all these big container trucks and all.
Now this is how the layout is, and this is what the contract
This is the problem. Again we are fixed in the same old situation where these big container trucks, because they have to access all these automobile showrooms here, they are going to take the lower part. So what is the benefit of the flyover there?
We have to understand if the showroom is there on the lower part, definitely the vehicle has to come there. Even if there is a flyover, either it will land from here or it will land from there. Ultimately,
So our hell is going to be hell.
As long as the size service center is there, the
As
vehicle.
long as we people keep quiet. That's it. Thank you.
Sir.
One more point is, yesterday I was discussing about the panels, electrical panels which are fixed. So they are fixed horizontally.
Right.
So not vertically like that towards the our compound, but it is put like this horizontally. So there will be a footpath. Am I right? On that utility, there will be footpath for people all people walking from there. If there is electrical panels in between, then how they will walk? They will have to come down on the road and go back.
These panels will be, they will be at a height later on, which will be above the head height. So the minimum headroom will be there so that the pedestrian can walk properly. We'll make sure it.
So you must make hot mix so that there will be no pollution, no khadda, no potholes, and in 2 years, all the traffic will be smoother.
True.
If you do temporary, they will just spend less money. They will put just concrete in this khadi and all and simple tar, and then there will be lot of potholes. And
True.
next rain we will suffer a lot.
Yes.
So important thing is, as per the law also, they will have to do hot mix, but they are not doing. They are just doing the rough road and do the diversion because they are trying to spend less. So that is also to be noted because we will be suffering in future if there are potholes. The traffic will be very jammed and they will not able to go smoother. So this point also to be noted.
As you are aware, like the matter has already under the discussion and already under the matter under the Honorable High Court, and tomorrow there is one more hearing for the same, and the same public interest litigation was filed, and though the litigation was filed, before that we have already taken the precautionary measures, and you rightly said that hot top is required, and you must have seen that we have already done the hot topping of the road starting from the Socorro junction to up to the Moldy Goa. So this stretch has already been taken care of. The stretch towards Sangolda, we are having some certain challenges, as ma'am was rightly saying that there are issues with the pipelines and the water supply, because we are facing issues with the like disturbed joints, because now what has happened, because the traffic load has gone towards one side of the road, now it has resulted into vibrations, and due to this vibration there are a lot of water lines, old water lines of the Portuguese times. Those water lines connections are giving way randomly. So this has become one more challenge for us. So if at all, right now I am going to put the hot mix on that, it is going to be punctured everywhere. So next 1 week's target is there to attend those, all the leakages, you know, the failed joints, punctured pipes, all those things are being attended right now. And once that is done, so there also will be this, it will be there.
One more information, all the roads coming from parallel with this crossing road to the highway, you know, there are houses like my hospital, you know, there are small buildings behind.
Right, sir.
You know how the connection of water connect, there was no big pipe. There are every single 1 inch pipe going from highway to all the buildings
True.
and everywhere.
True.
So yesterday when they were digging with the this JCB, I have just requested not to do with JCB, and then they have taken labor and they have
Stop
filled most
wasting
of the
time
pipe.
applying for
There are
jobs
around
on-
more than 20-30 pipes just on my stretch.
True.
So there are same thing happening because there was no internal pipeline erected, only a small pipeline directly going to all the buildings and houses and all.
Right.
So this will be taken note, because if tomorrow if you are cutting off, all water supply will stop. So my one suggestion, you must put up one pipe of 4 inches
Right.
from there and take it to bed and join all the pipes there till your work is over.
Right.
Otherwise, your pipe and these small pipes will go on breaking.
Understood.
Yesterday after my calls, these people have almost 7-8 pipes they have rectified, big pipes.
Right.
So again, I'm telling them actively that this is a problem, this is a problem. They, yesterday and before that, 7-8 pipes were rectified. So your work will be more increasing with just small pipes.
Understood.
Now at my area there are around 10 pipes broken yesterday. So 10 buildings or properties will have problem.
Yes.
So my small suggestion, put one 4 inches pipe till then.
Better.
Join it, bridge. But this is a big problem which I was telling from start and this designing was going on. But they said nothing will happen. But I am 101%, you can put on the stamp paper, it will come. The problem, because all the people will come down and then they will have to come up. And all the local people coming from down, from the service road, all local will be using down road. We will not be using top road. All the people from local and all the coming down from upside downward, they will be going to Penjing. So that traffic and this traffic will make total jam because now there is no traffic on the bridge. But the future, all the traffic will be diverted this side. So that will jam in Penjing and that time it will be very difficult for you to handle the traffic or make any arrangement of your bridge. So it is my suggestion if you can sit together and do something discussion and join this bridge directly to that bridge. Then the problem that all the people going from coming from the bridge they can go and they can come ramp down if they want to go to Penjing. But only direct everybody coming down will make total congestion in Penjing city. It will be very difficult, which I can see in 3 months.
So in this I will, I'll first clarify one of the point is that this particular flyover which is being constructed is, although it is landing up in front of Majestic, however, the point where it lands up and comes to the gradient level, comes to the grade level, from there the elevation of the Atal Setu starts at a distance of around 300 meters. Now we have to understand one thing that as the gentleman was asking me and the very valid question was, do we have any exits and entries of this flyover? So since we don't have any entry and exits of this flyover, so anybody with an intention to get onto the flyover, now imagine the scenario that this flyover is connected with the Atal Setu. Now anybody is staying in towards Majestic or towards Maldi Goa side, if at all he intends to go to Panji, he has to first come down to Sangolda. From Sangolda he has to get on the flyover. That is the first issue we have. See, it's a basically policy thing for which Mr. Tare will be in a better position to reply, but since it is the construction phase, so I am giving you the factual figures. Having understood this, the requirement of this particular flyover to land ahead of Atal Setu was to create a zone which will be interface zone for the highway traffic and the city traffic. This will be an area with a limited speed limit because this will be the merging point. The highway traffic will go into the city traffic will come into the highway. So this is a merging point. As we see everywhere, wherever we have two flyovers, there is a gap of approximately 350 to 400 meters to slow down, to interface with each other or get outside. This kind of things will take place there. So this is how the total design was done.
There will be required more area for traffic movement.
No, this is, as I said, this will be a speed controlled speed limit area wherein the speed will be highly, it will be not more than 40 or 40 something, particularly for this 300 meters because there will be interface of other traffic also. Now imagine a scenario if this is not there, then it will be a major issue for the local people. To get onto the highway. So they have to travel, up to the Sangolda or up to the...
See, if you think of our area or if we want to go to Margam, am I right? We can go from down road and also take
yes,
the
you can directly get to the Atal Setu.
There is no need of going to Atal Setu also.
Right.
No big bridge is coming down and again...
They can't come in.
Yeah, and then again this junction, when we say junction, which is going to Punda, that junction is again totally messed because planning was not down and one part should go down. Now as you said that there is a 300 meter gap and it doesn't have problem. I am traveling regularly to my Shirdi hospital.
Yes.
There is, Takan junction.
Yes.
The Nashik road from Pune,
yes.
Nashik.
Yes.
So beautifully done. high level road is there. But wherever it is coming down, around 3 hours traffic jam is there, 3 hours. So that is the problem.
Trees and what is it? And what is your compensation plan?
The compensation plan has already been submitted to the Honorable Court also and to the Forest Department also on behalf of PWD. PWD has already given a compensation plan for that tree cutting.
What is the number?
We were permitted to fell down 616 trees. Out of that, we have already felled down around 447 trees. So another 100 trees are something balance now, including the transplanted ones.
What is the compensation plantation?
Plantation, Mr. 3 times,
3 times. So they are talking about around 2,000 trees.
obviously.
Okay. And what's the plan?
The plan is after the construction work is over, either side of the viaduct will have this.
And who will be implemented? Other firm will be implementing or PWD is implementing?
As per the instructions of PWD, it will be done.
By a firm.
Now it depends upon PWD. If PWD says to us, we have to do it. We'll see it. But somebody will have to do it.
Excuse me, sir.
What about the dust?
Yes, sir.
The present dust pollution. Okay. How many times a day you are watering the roads?
So right now, the water tanker is minimum 4 times it is making rounds. But
In front of my house.
What time you will start? No. What time you start in the morning?
morning around 7, it starts.
No. When I am going to work at 9 o'clock, I can see the haze. Here, Devende Goa, Holy Family Church. Dust is flying. First of all, there is all sediment on the road, on the tar road. Okay, you all water the sides. That sediment, moment the vehicles go, that all flies up.
Last 4 days.
You all are not sweeping the road and removing the dust from the roads. You all are spilling all the dust, the mud on the road. That remains there. So you all are watering the sides. Okay, 7 o'clock it doesn't happen because I have seen the dust.
I agree with you, sir. Here, I tell you.
Who is testing the dust pollution levels? Are they being tested? The dust pollution level from this stretch. Are there frequent tests being done and recorded?
I'll come back to you on this. See, basically what has happened in the last 4-5 days, there were challenges because 33 kV cable, shifting of that cable and the jointing process is on in the Socorro area. So because of that, particularly that 50-60 meter area was intentionally left without water sprinkling because the jointing process of the cable was going on. So precautionary measure we had taken this. Now this joint is over. I think today onward this problem should not be there. Regular water sprinkle will be ensured and I'll instruct my team also. Mr. Bhavar Singh Meena is also there. We'll make sure that it never happens again, that the dust is visible. We'll make sure.
Who is the contact person from your agency that people can contact in case things are not being
You
done?
can contact Mr. Bhavar.
Give your phone number and
Yeah,
can you
I'll share the phone number. I'll share the phone number. For any kind of dust or any road issues, you can contact. I will give you a one touch point.
Okay. Another thing is, since the first alignment, have any changes been made in this alignment?
There were minor adjustments done because in few of the areas it was going beyond the ROW or capturing somebody's airspace, and the major variation was done in the landing portion of the ramp which is near to Majestic. You must be knowing that initially it was coming towards the service road on the Kranti side. But somehow the service road was instructed not to be disturbed, so we slightly tilted it, we slightly shifted it towards the right. It moved around 16 meter towards the Majestic Hotel, and then now we have realigned the entire corridor. Now it is all frozen.
Why I am asking, because as you come here, your map is showing that there is some sort of a curve there. Okay.
There is a curve.
Now how that curve is going to disrupt the traffic? Because we see what has happened in Kortalin. After you go in the Zuari bridge, then you see that it's so puzzling. Vehicles are traveling at 80, 60. Okay, so I wonder how that particular bottleneck there suddenly here near Samaticha Volta.
Which part can you specifically?
I saw on your slide, it's coming straight and then there is a.
I'll display it once again. You can precisely tell me the point.
Yeah. Further. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. There, see.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Now that's coming now. Go towards Purvori Bazaar.
Go towards Konkani.
Yeah. I'm talking about that turn there and then that almost 90 degrees. Yeah, P17. 17 and 20.
I'll just give a clarification. Flyover bills approved by the Ministry of Roads and Highways. Now this is something we just wanted to show you that in the existing road, above the existing road, these are the piers coming. Now once the complete viaduct is done, this entire geometry will be corrected based on the minimum and maximum applicable limits of the model. So this is what you are seeing is correct, but this is not the flyover, this is the road existing. The flyover profile is different.
Why I'm saying, because I'm concerned because
Yes.
that junction, many lives were lost on this existing road.
Yeah.
And it was always fatal accidents that are
Yes,
taking
sir.
place.
Now you see
that bottleneck remains.
Yes.
Okay, there will be disaster, further disaster. We already see happening. From Kanjip to Madgaon,
Right.
accidents almost every day.
Correct.
So that is my concern. So will that be going straightened there?
It will be straightened. Because see, what has happened is that we will be doing the pier work, the column work as per the profile of the top highway. Now the top highway profile has to be as per the codal provisions. Having said that, having laid down these pillars of the respective locations, it will be a compulsion to for the service road to follow the same pattern. So once we follow the same pattern, you will by default follow the same pattern which was followed for the construction of the flyover. Nonetheless, if you see that particular portion in front of the property of Dr. Rosario, from that property if we come towards the Goa, so there is a very, very sharp turn. So there we have a turn and then we have a vertical gradient which is right now it is of 8 to 9%. And we see most of the heavy vehicles struggling hard to get onto that curve and the 9% of the gradient. So there also we have very beautifully did the correction in the geometry. Instead of the road passing through on either side of the viaduct, on that particular portion, both the carriageway will be on the one side of the viaduct so that the curvature as well as the vertical gradient is reduced. It is not sudden. So you see the movement will be very, very smooth there after the construction work is over.
Gradual.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing is now below, where will be everywhere you are going to have this openings on this road below.
So wherever the city
Existing crossing.
city geometry has to be
Go to Kalangur, they will have to get off near Majestic and come down.
below Socorro junction. The junction will be as it is because the traffic has to merge.
Traffic will go and then go to Majestic and up the Atal Setu.
Right.
Okay, and Atal Setu will come down
They will
and take
pass.
by Majestic
Yeah,
and come
by the side of the majestic. By the side of the majestic, they will get into the service
So
road.
entire Kalangur, whole coastal belt will again come down only.
Yeah, it will come down. If at all you intend to go to the Jogam road, you have to come down. If you don't want to go to Jogam road, you want to go to Sangulda and Pakradevi, you don't need the flyover. Yeah.
Thank you.
The service roads which you are having now, do they have any footpath?
Yeah, it has.
Because the vehicles are
Above this utility and the drain, no? It is all.
you are building service roads now, touching our walls.
Uh-huh.
Is there any place for people to walk now initially?
Touching the wall, there will be the footpath.
Because now I have seen down Bazaar, there is no footpath, people can't walk.
It is there. You see,
It is basically footpath only.
No, this is now. This is future. At over now, which roads you are building now, there is no footpath for people to walk at
For
the side.
pedestrians?
Yes.
For pedestrians, we have actually tried to, widen the road wherever we had some extra space with us. For example, in front of Damian Goa and all. Yes, there are issues because the side construction of the retaining wall was pending. That has also been taken care of. So we are trying to create extra space for that as well.
Because in front of my house, you will touch the wall and build your service
Yes,
road.
your house there is an issue because the limitation is there.
And plus bus stop is there. People they come and stand inside my compound with the bus.
Or maybe we will have to put some additional the safety gadgets so that
at least a 1 meter footpath you should keep for the people.
there is a narrow path. We'll develop that path.
And will that be road with hot mix or
In
just
front
a
of
concrete?
your house, I got your point. Yes, there is a need.
Will that be road with hot mix or it will be concreted only?
Which one?
The service road, initial service road.
Hot mixed only. That's what we are doing in the Socorro also, as I said. The same thing we have done in our.
Because you have put concrete there, but on top of the concrete there will be hot.
No, hot mix only, because this will again create issues during the rainy season.
Correct.
Because by the time we reach your house, it will be almost another 3-4 months. So that will be in a very close to rain season.
Yeah, excuse me. Hello. Yeah, listen, now, Mr. Mukherjee, hello. Just opposite my house, Mr. Mukherjee knows where my house is.
Yeah.
The slope going down towards the chapel, that is in a very bad state. What are you doing about it?
Tonight it will be fully gutted.
Yeah, because now whatever you all have put tile skids, you either can't go up nor can we go down.
The soil is getting down.
Yes,
So
because
we are allowing the traffic. Tonight it will be filled and it will be fully covered with the beautiful.
tonight it will be done, definitely. Now the other thing is you all have put a retaining wall. You can't see when you're coming from down what is happening on top.
That retaining wall in future we will cut. The space will be cut.
You can, yeah, but then when Dr. Sidney's houses, you can go down that way. So you need to put a barricade there. No? Right now you need to put a barricade there because everybody is going towards the edge of it.
So it is not a big deal for. Okay.
Some barricade has to be done, no? And secondly, dust is the biggest problem that we are facing.
Dust I have already clarified, and for this particular point we have noted.
And you are not watering the roads. I do the watering, Mr. Kamit, the shop that
Now-
we do it every
Now
evening.
today, as we discussed, I will be sharing a one touch point for the watering purpose. If at all you see any observations or any complaints about the watering purpose, you can talk to that particular person who is responsible.
And the
We'll make sure.
another problem that I face, getting out on the road, getting inside the road. I really have, it takes me 15 minutes to get my car on the main road.
We put forth our apologies because this is the time where all the activities, the water pipeline,
The electricity, water.
the connection has to be done, the
Yeah.
activities has to be done, the traffic has to go, the person has to go, everything is getting mixed up in a single
We
point.
just have one policeman over there who handles both the areas. You can't do that. You need another guy the other side. One next to my house is fine. So for us, we have a
We can
problem.
take up this issue with the police team, we can also appraise them about this particular issue. I talked to
Yeah,
personally-
PW has to help us out. No?
Mr. Tave and myself will personally talk to the PIP, we will pass on this message to them. We'll do that. Thank you so much.
One more thing.
No, not Dr. Pinto's curb. I am talking about the curb ahead of Dr. Pinto.
Have you come personally and inspected that stretch? Because the residents living there, he cannot even breathe. And as you said, there's the water coming, those guys don't come on that side at all. So please come personally and check what is actually happening. See, they may tell you one thing and they're doing another thing. And I'm sure we have a stretch of people living there. Yes.
So the dust is really bothering us. We have kids,
Dust
all
is already clarified.
grandchildren also
Yes,
in the house.
Yes,
They
yes,
are
it is.
all falling sick with it. And it's even just.
No, see, dust, I understand there is a problem. There is a problem. As I said, let me complete. What is happening is that once we are putting the traffic on the side paths, those side paths were never experienced of having the traffic vibrations at the roads.
Because of these issues, what is happening that randomly the pipelines everywhere which were laid back years ahead, around 50, 60 years old pipelines, those joints are giving way randomly, which is resulting in random leakages of the water lines. Now, including the water lines, the electrical lines are also going over there. You might have seen that in random places we have done the excavations where the people will be seen working on the either electrical cable or on the water joints. This is something which is now almost we have covered. There are few more viable locations where it has to be done. During this, let me complete, during this excavation process and the electrical joints and other things, what happens is that we try to avoid the laying of water or the sprinkling of the water. This was an issue in the last 5-6 days or the last 10 days. I understand. Now most of those things have been attended, barring few things. In the next 3 to 4 days to come, you will see there will be improvement. As I said, as I already confirmed, you will have a one contact person for water sprinkling. Any time of the day, you see a problem, you can immediately call that person, ask him to take it immediately. Because what is happening, I tell you. Now the temperature in Goa was like high. It is comparatively high. So what happens, the tanker, once it sprays the water, by the time it reaches Majestic, it becomes dry again. We have engaged 3 tankers. So what I will do is that today onwards, we'll make sure that the tanker, the next tanker, by the time it goes to Majestic, the next tanker should follow in next 1 hour or 1.5 hours, so that by the time the dust is not generated.
But I'm still requesting, send somebody and inspect the place because you will not know otherwise what we are facing.
The sediment of the dust is completely.
I understand. No. Your point is well taken, sir. Your point is well taken. Even we will never allow to do this to happen.
This in the houses, sir.
Understood. We will take care of this also. There were lapses, there were compulsions. Will be taken care of. Understood.
Two more considerations.
Excuse me, sir.
Two more considerations.
Understood.
So you explained the technicalities. We've got a brief.
So, sir, before he completes, there's 2 more things in the same areas. There is pathway for water line for the service road and a footpath to walk on. It is very dangerous for us to even cross there, nearly hitting our hands, and people some will dash also. So please do take care where the office is also.
Sure.
It is a very narrow stretch.
We have
कालचे केस ईडीक दिले सो तेजेर तुमकां कशें कितें दिसता
की आमी आमचे काम आसा ती ज्युडिशियल कमिशन इन्क्वायरी जाता टाइम एंड अगेन वी got a very categorically bail which have been granted to opposition parties जे आसा तांचे प्रत्येक पार्टी बेल ग्रांट करता आसतना सुप्रीम कोर्टान म्हटला की ईडी एंड सीबीआय becomes tools or cage parrot of भारतीय जनता पार्टी सो ह्या एजन्सीचेर म्हाका दिसता आमचो आज विश्वास probably this might be a tactic to divert attention and say that ना आता ही ईडी करते आणि खंयतरी हाजेर पालो घालते I don't believe that ED is competent or in a situation where they can independently hold inquiry where भारतीय जनता पार्टीचे लोक भितर this might be a first such case where भारतीय जनता पार्टीचे ऑफिस बेरर आज या केसीन इन्वॉल्वड आसा आणि it is going to maybe probably their first case
we have noted it down. There will be a single.
आज नॅशनल लेवलार जर असो आवाज जाला जाल्यार ताका भारतीय
Any problem is there, immediately give a call, immediately it will be attended.
Waiting for that, sir.
I'll continue my point. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
My good suggestion.
It's another agency of Bharatiya
Water
Janata Party.
tankers is not a solution for dust. Like you mentioned, we have high temperatures during the day, and by the time it reaches one spot and moves to the other, the first spot cracks, and the dust will start moving around again. So for that, road sweeping machines is the solution. We have done it in Panchim on the promenade, and it works very well. You can also opt for hiring it because it's a high cost, so that could be an alternative. Secondly, you explain technicalities, we've got a brief overview. I would request you to throw some light on the timelines of completion of this project.
The first
जी
complaint.
complaint
Let us understand the technicalities of Broomer. See, basically Broomer when it
complaint
works
file
on
केली थी
a
कालोज
bituminous surface, what it does is like it eats up that top soil layer
Probably
first,
video-
and then the layer becomes clean because you have a bituminous layer beneath. Now when we do a temporary diversion, now immediately if I put a Broomer, the Broomer will keep on working, the soil layer will keep on coming.
ईडीक
This is
दिले
the challenge for
तेजेर
us.
तुमकां कशें
But yes, in the bituminous road, the Goans are good. But for a road wherein we have done some temporary diversion, or maybe as long as the bituminous surface is not laid, the Broomer is actually not going to work. In a dusty road, in a mud road, in a road which is not laid down with the bituminous carpet, it is always better to control the dust with the help of water only. That is the first question, sir. Second question you asked about the timelines. Yes, contractually we are supposed to complete our contract by April 2026.
It's another agency of
as I initially said before starting the session that we conveyed our sincere thanks and gratitude to all of you for the kind of cooperation you have given, and with the help of your help and the cooperation, we are planning to finish this project well ahead in time. Maybe by last quarter of 25, you will see that most of the activities will be in place, most of the structure will be in place. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Sir, I would like to place one query.
What is the width of the lower roads that you would have? How many lanes would they be? Why I'm asking you this road is because for us who are residents here, that will continue to be our road. So the existing what you call service roads. What is going to be the width and how many lanes?
2 lanes on either side.
4.
Yeah.
What about the sidewalks? What about
We have proposed.
No,
We have proposed.
this is excluding the sidewalks.
Yeah. I'm telling you the exact carriageway.
It's 2 lanes. Why I'm asking you this is because as all the trucks and heavy vehicles are going to continue using the bottom. People going to Karambut and using the Shogam road will also use the bottom, which means that the main beneficiaries of this corridor that you're making are the people from Karwar and Soundbody. For us who are down, are going to land up in a bigger mess. We are going to land up in a bigger mess because right in the middle you have got road pillars now, and the old traffic that has been moving, say between Koroli village to Panjim, or from Panjim to Karambut, whatever, is going to be further congested. How do you explain what is going to be the width and what is going to be the improvement for us existing? Going on the highway is another question. Okay, I would prefer driving half the way on the service road. So what is going to be the improvement for us existing people from Koroli by way of driving convenience and mobility convenience?
This is something which is more like. Yes. Actually, this is a policy decision which. Yes. Yes.
And the state government is meeting. This issue should be taken here also. So I request the PWD officer here to.
So Mr. Tahir will be in a better position to reply this question.
This is not only for your.
Yes, sir.
It is for construction.
We are only the contractor.
So I have one query. Attention, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
Regarding the demarcation which is marked and constructed the retaining walls, the question is the villages more or less they are asking that whether it is as per the equation line perfectly or it has been deferred.
No, it is as per the equation line.
That it differs in most of the places. This is what villagers talk around.
No. See, myself and Mr. Mathari is also here. They are all in a line of equation only.
But that plan you had not shown in the presentation.
Sorry?
That plan is not shown in the presentation.
No, presentation was very specific up to the technical explanation of the project. Now, if you understand if you want to talk about the subject of right of way, then we have to have a separate presentation altogether because that itself is a separate subject.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
There is the villagers they stand a doubt.
Right.
We appreciate and it is a need what is happening in our community. It's a national development is coming in our village definitely, but at the same time, our villages should not be disturbed. You are targeting towards the construction, that's the good side.
True.
But now we are talking about a dust. The local गावच्या लोकांची एकूच मागणी आसा तुम्ही कन्स्ट्रक्शन जे स्पीडिंग करता यस डेफिनेटली अत्यंत बरी गोष्ट आसा पण प्रत्यक्षात 1-2 दीस मध्ये दवरून ते बिटुमेन कार्पेट घालपाचे आसा पळय आता ते कामतीच्या समोर फुडें ना पळय ते म्हयनोभर तुम्ही 2-2 म्हयने लोकांक त्रास कित्याक करता बारीक गोष्टी खातीर फाटल्या दिसांनी इतके त्रासदायक जाले त्या मॉलाच्या समोर आता जेन्ना रस्तो पळय जालो तुम्ही जेन्ना कार्पेट घातले पळय आता जे सहजपणा थंय निर्माण जाली हे तुम्ही पयलीं कित्याक करना हे आप लोग पहिला करना चाहिए बिटुमन कार्पेट जो स्पीड में मराठी सबके अत्यंत महत्वाचं आपल्याला आहे आता आपण जो डस्ट वगैरे जे बोलतात ना या गोष्टी
तिथं उत्पन्न होऊ शकणार नाही. यामध्ये ग्रामस्थांची मागणी सर्वप्रथम म्हणजे आमचा विचार फक्त हा नोंद करायला पाहिजे. हे सुरळीत करून आम्ही देशाची प्रगती करूया, डेफिनेटली येस. पण आपण ते निग्लेक्ट करून आपली स्पीड आहे तिथंच आपलं लक्ष केंद्रित करत आहोत. त्यामध्ये लोकांना भयंकर त्रास होतो. डस्ट म्हटलं ना नुसतं ते म्हणजे आम्ही भाषण करून असा विषय नाही, अत्यंत त्रासदायक विषय झाला आहे. आणि हे असं नाही की आम्ही आता तुम्ही सांगितलं आणि आम्ही सांगतो तिकडे टँकर घालत आहे. इट्स अ रिअलिटी. टँकर घालत नाही
टँकर आता मी काय करतो,
कार्पेट घातलं तर विषय मोरलेस सॉल्व्ह होणार आहे.
चालेल सर, मी काय करतो ना, टँकर साठी मी आता एक काम करतो, एक पर्टिक्युलर माणसाचा नंबर ठेवतो मी इथं, ते कॉन्टॅक्ट पॉईंट. तुम्हाला काहीतरी त्रास झाला, काहीतरी तुम्हाला कंप्लेंट झाला ना, ते नंबरवर तुम्ही कॉल करू शकता. मी देतो, मी शेअर करतो ते पण
नाही. तर विषय आहे ना, ती पेरी आहे लँड एक्विजिशन लाईन झालेली आहे.
बरोबर.
त्या लाईन बरोबर डिमार्केशन झालेला हा गंभीर आरोप आहे. कलम आपल्याला पण त्यामध्ये दुःख वाटतं. आणि आज ते एक्सप्रेस प्लॅटफॉर्म मला तो